What if I told you that some of the strongest people you know are fighting battles you will never see? They wake up every morning already exhausted, not because they didn't sleep, but because their brain never truly rests. They smile in public, they function, they work, they laugh, and then they go home and collapse under a weight they can't explain. This isn't weakness. This isn't laziness. This is what happens when the mind turns against itself. Let me show you what mental disorders actually feel like, not the movie version, but the quiet, invisible reality. Depression doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like emptiness. You wake up after 10 hours of sleep and feel like you ran a marathon in your dreams. Food tastes like cardboard. Music feels flat. Things you once loved now feel meaningless. Your brain whispers one sentence on repeat: nothing will ever get better. And the most dangerous part? Depression doesn't scream. It whispers so softly that you start believing this numbness is just who you are. But it isn't. It's your brain struggling to produce the chemistry that makes hope possible. Anxiety isn't worrying about real problems. It's your brain acting like everything is an emergency. Your body stays tense all day. Your jaw clenches, your shoulders ache, your heart races. For no clear reason. You replay conversations. You imagine disasters that haven't happened. You fear outcomes that probably never will. People say, just relax. But telling someone with anxiety to relax is like telling someone with a broken leg to run faster. Your nervous system forgot how to shut off. A panic attack feels like dying. Your heart pounds so hard you're convinced it will stop. Your chest tightens, your hands go numb, your mind screams, "This is it." And when it ends, the real fear begins. Because now you're not afraid of the world. You're afraid of your own body. You stop trusting yourself. ADHD isn't a lack of intelligence. It's a gap between intention and action. You know what you need to do. You want to do it, but your brain refuses to cooperate. Boring tasks feel physically painful to start. Time slips through your fingers. Deadlines appear out of nowhere. People call you lazy, careless, unmotivated. But inside, you're trying harder than anyone realizes. OCD is not about being neat or organized. It's about fear. Unwanted thoughts invade your mind. Violent, disturbing, terrifying. And your brain demands rituals to make them stop. Wash your hands again, check the lock again, count again. You know it makes no sense. But the fear is louder than logic. OCD doesn't make you careful. It makes you a prisoner. PTSD traps the brain in survival mode. The danger is over, but your mind doesn't believe it. A sound, a smell, a random moment, and suddenly you're back there. Heart racing, breath shallow, body frozen. You're not remembering the trauma, you're reliving it. Your brain is trying to protect you, but it doesn't know how to stop. Then comes the crash. Some minds swing between extremes. Mania feels like invincibility. No sleep, endless ideas. Risk feels exciting. Then comes the crash. Energy disappears. Hope collapses. Guilt follows. Others experience reality differently. Voices that aren't there. Beliefs that feel absolutely real. Thoughts that refuse to organize. These aren't choices. They're chemical misfires. And the stigma hurts more than the symptoms themselves. Here's the truth no one tells you. Mental disorders don't make you weak. They mean your brain learned to survive in extreme conditions. Your mind adapted, sometimes in painful ways. But adaptation is not identity. With the right support, treatment, and understanding, people don't just survive, they rebuild. So if you're fighting something invisible right now, remember this. You are not broken. Your mind is injured, and injuries can heal. You're still here. And that matters more than you know.